Hello guys, this is Marcaribe once again, finally here in my channel with a lot of kisses, and this time it's not from China with love, but it is from Osaka, Japan with a lot of love. And I was there for the holiday of winter. I was spending New Year's Eve in Osaka and I really enjoy it. I've took some footage on it about the foods which I was eating, enjoying some vegan and raw vegan foods. Oh, look at the moon over there, it's super beautiful. At this moment we are in the Dotonbori, I believe is the name of this bridge. And there's a lot of people there because it's just considered kind of a downtown in the city. So first of all, once I've arrived, first things first, I went to this family market and bought this warm tea. And there are so many varieties of juices over there, but you have to be careful because not all of them are sugarless. And if you're wondering if there's cheap fruit in Japan, yeah, you can find the cheapest fruit I found, I believe, is these bananas that are sold in the family market. And I always accompany it with my tamai cha, my wheat tea, warm tea, because it was winter, and believe me, it was cold. By the way, it's the first time I've been there in such a cold weather, because I went to Japan last year in Tokyo and it wasn't that cold, but I wouldn't really recommend you to go during winter, since you cannot really enjoy the whole ambience of it, because you're always like kind of wanting to get into some warm place. So I went with my sisters. We are here right now in the market, morning market, and I've seen that they sell this fresh soy milk. I am not a fan of soy products, but I gave that a try and it was really super tasty compared to the processed ones. Like, supposedly that is a very natural one. I believe perhaps it's like GMO less and it was really special. The taste was completely different to what we are used to in the commercial world, wherever they sell soy milk packed and processed. It's like nothing compared to the pure fresh soya milk made there. So one thing which I noticed is that they really have offered of these melons. This was what, like melon and ice cream somehow. Oh, this cute puppy. Okay, so there were so many strawberries, and I believe they really have this fruit considered as a luxury because it was quite expensive compared to the strawberries in China, or not to say in Mexico, which are still very good. But yeah, in China they have these strawberries which are called nayo caomei, and they are super like creamy. That's why they are called like kind of creamy strawberries. But in Japan it's crazy. Like, you can see over those prices like 3,000 and 240 how is it called, yen. And these melons over here. So we see that this market was pretty packed. But once we arrived to this fruit shop, like the specialized fruit shop, compared to China, which is a kind of more amicable, friendly shop, here there's not much anybody because of the prices. I found out that nobody, like not nobody, but like very little people were buying fruits. And perhaps it was because it's winter and because it's pricey, or because during winter you kind of tend to buy some warm things. I don't know. Okay, so there's another thing very interesting which we found out here, and these are these sweet potatoes, and of course purple potatoes and all kind of potatoes. And by the way, okay, so at this very moment we are inside of a shopping mall, very popular one called Takashimaya, and I saw that they have all these different kind of salads. I end up ordering one which had meat and I had to took it back, and they were very kind. I also have tasted this juice which I really like, but believe me, juices in Mexico are way better, tastier and much cheaper, like 1/5 of what the prices in Japan. And yeah, so there's a lot of offer of juices over there. And I was having a rest at some point, eating a plain, very small and pricey salad, and accompanying my sister over there. We were resting and having matcha latte. So we found also this salad bar, which was very unique because it's not very easy to find such a, you know, display of like vegetables, and you can serve as much as you want. Japan is quite pricey and everything will cost you. There's not a lot of buffets over there. Oh, and there are also these seaweeds which are very high in protein. Oh, this is like the white strawberries. Sorry, everything is passing so fast. So I usually bought many pineapples because they were very available in supermarkets at a quite okay price. It wasn't as cheap as China, and of course not even near the price of Mexico, but it was very tasty, so it was worthwhile. Well, while I was there was not much to do, or just be fruitless, or just pay the price. So we can see that Japanese are a huge fan of these sweet potatoes. I've seen them everywhere, and of course it's winter time. Everybody wants some hot and yummy, sweety, very fulfilling kind of food, right? So sweet potato is a very consumed tuberculous, or what is it? Carbohydrates during winter. Also, when I was living in the north of China, they offer a lot of sweet potato. Actually, recently in Shenzhen, I didn't see much the sweet potato sellers all around. I don't know if they have stopped them because they were in the streets, or, you know, if you're in Shenzhen and you know what I mean, please leave a comment about your thoughts. Before time, it was very easy to purchase sweet potato in Shenzhen. Look at this. There was a lot of trash, and this was kind of New Year's Eve, so let's don't blame that. But I was thinking like it was super clean because everybody thinks like Japan is spectacularly trashless. But of course, there were so many people. It was a special day, New Year's Eve, the 31st of December of 2017. And, you know, there's a lot of people smoke. There were a lot of like cigarettes, leftovers all around. And we can take a look at the restaurants by the streets. Not many of them offer like an abundant plate of vegetables for us vegan, vegetarians, health conscious, which is quite hard for people to find. Like, there are vegetables, but they will not be very fulfilling for you. Like, you cannot just order one small side dish. And if the case was like you wanna order many side dishes, then it would be kind of pricey and, you know, not very nutritious because it's not a full plate of colorful this and that. And once again, there are not many. I mean, there are a lot of vegetables, but they combine them with soups, which are made of with the miso and fish, sushi, etc. So we are looking at these shoes, and at first sight I thought that they were kind of Chinese sellers over there. But then I realized that they have this made in Japan very clearly stated there. So for all of us wanting to confuse them for Chinese, no, they are not Chinese, they were Japanese. So this is how it looks like. And I was told that at night, at New Year's Eve, there will be some young people jumping over that bridge. Although the weather, it's super cold, they wouldn't care because it's New Year's Eve, and that's kind of the typical show that we can see over there. So it was quite wet. It was raining even. Raining, cold. Oh my gosh. Quite a trip, but we enjoy it because we were together. So this is how the city looks like. Very lights over there. And we have here Starbucks and the big screens. The people start arriving here because there were expected to be here for the night show. There were like so many people coming and we were so tired, so we didn't really stay until that late for the New Year's Eve. We just were back home, which is kind of not the best if you're going abroad, but it actually was very cozy compared to the cold over here. So as you can see, there are this is very popular. There are not a lot of foreigners over here, but there are some still. And I found that Osaka was like a more traditional city, and there was this guy over here giving free hugs. He was smiling, and you know, I decided to hug a Japanese guy just for the test. So this is the night look over here. And forgive me, I think my grammar is not very accurate since I haven't spoken English like in 3 weeks. So at this moment I am eating in which was my favorite restaurant during the trip, and this was Caesarea. It's kind of a concept of being an Italian restaurant, but it's a kind of fast food one, just as what will be some kind of American chain. Actually, we do have Caesarea in China, but it doesn't really taste like the Caesarea in Japan at all. And my sisters confirm it just here. So for me, the menu had some salads, and I've ordered one vegan salad, which was like seaweed salad, as well as some green peas and spinach. I really enjoy the spinach and I love the green peas. By the way, the green peas from Japan taste so sweet compared to any other green peas in the world, like completely. Not even Mexican green peas or not. Talk about China. And we are back in the room. It's New Year's Eve and I'm just sitting there drinking juice, happy to be home. So this is what you can find in the convenience store. This is a Family Mart, if I believe, or perhaps it's 7-Eleven. So they sell these bananas by a bunch. They're quite cheap, and to my surprise, they were from Colombia or Ecuador. I mean, they're not even from Asia. And we have also these mandarins, which were very sweet as well. And there is this stock of fruit juices all over. And I was surprised because they offer now this juice, which is from Hong Kong. And I'm sure that if you're from Hong Kong and if you have been to Hong Kong, you've seen them. I've seen them, I tried them. But I tried not to consume like those juices. I mean, because they're pasteurized. But we were in the trip and there's not much to do. So I try my best trying to eat as healthy as possible. So now it's the new year, the day after the new year, and everything is closed because people is having a rest. And we bought these chips which were having this matcha cream, and they were pretty nice, but they were fried, so I didn't like them that much. And now we're back to that restaurant which I've just talked about, and it's the Caesarea. Today was full because people is not working. And this was a salad which I really like. It's like seaweed salad. And oh my gosh, I really enjoy those green peas and the spinach. They have zero oil. Everything is like oil-less. And by the way, they offer some oil, and the oil is pure olive oil, so it's very nice. And they have as much as you can drink of tea bars. There's a full moon over there. And they're cooking some chestnuts over here. Chestnuts are super big and some are very tasty. I purchased some. Also, chestnuts are quite popular in China. Actually, we do not have chestnuts in Mexico, perhaps because it's not a cold country, sorry. And usually they are offered in very cold places. They were quite pricey as well, but I wanted to try them, so I bought a small bag of them. And I'm showing you all these just in case you're wondering whether you can make it or not if you are a vegan, a raw vegan, or a vegetarian, because I prefer to eat raw, but in these circumstances I'll just stick to whatever is that I feel like eating and trying, as well as to just adapt to the place what are the choices. I wouldn't be eating just like lettuce or like this salad, seaweed salad from Caesarea, because that couldn't get me through the day. These chestnuts were very sweet and super big. Can you see that? I'm like holding my whole hand. So we have a fruit shop over here. There are not many fruit shops compared to China. Like you go walking and in every corner in China you can find a fruit shop. I believe it's considered kind of a specialty product back then. So look at this beautiful design ham, and there's a building over there. So we are just looking around the downtown, and we're gonna arrive. Oh, by the way, there was like a Chinese Chinese restaurant, right? And we have some fruit stall here in the floor, and there are again white strawberries, which are very rare, and I haven't tried them, to be honest. They are quite expensive. Maybe next time when I go to Japan. And they have so many other fruits as well. So here we are once again in the market, but this time we are in another stall, and they sell this pure fresh hot soya milk. And I discovered they have this matcha soya milk. There was a green one. I bought one bottle, and it was so creamy, and the taste of the matcha make it so special. Really nothing compared to the usual commercial soy milk. So they have this melon. Oh my god, they have this really sweet and creamy sweet potatoes over there. And I couldn't resist myself. I bought one, and it was the best sweet potato I've tried during the trip. That was on the market. Look at that, so warm. During the cold winter in Osaka was pure bliss. And this time I bought this melon. This kind of melon we can find in China as well as in Mexico. But in China it's very sweet. And in Japan it's quite expensive, and in Mexico it's very cheap. So of course if you go there you will spend quite a lot if you want to keep eating fruits and vegetables. This is 1,000 yen, and look at those strawberries, like 1,700. They're all kind of prices. But once again, nothing, it's very cheap. So we have more sweet potatoes. There are different kinds, by the way, as well as some are more expensive than others, depending on the quality or the kind, more to say the type. So here we are. I got a juice from the convenience shop. Always saying 100%, but I'm not really sure if you know. So I also bought this box full of fruits, and the fruit in here was so delicious, you know, like it's really delicious, special fruit. So I really enjoy it, no matter the price which I've paid. So here I am. I just bought a juice. Another early morning in Osaka, traditional and super clean city. I really enjoy the place, and hopefully one day I will be back. It was, I didn't have much expectations, but I just had visited Tokyo, so it's very different from busy Tokyo. It's more like an older city, so everybody will kind of go sleep early, and there are no many skyscrapers there, so it's very quiet. And by the way, I tried this persimmon, which I really loved. They sell them in China, but they cover them with some kind of sugar glass or something, which they made them white, and I believe that is not healthy. And they have them here pure, so they were super goosey and creamy, sweety. And something which I was very surprised at, that's they grill these melons. I've never ever seen some grilled fruits, and I don't know why, but maybe because they are cold fruit and they want to warm it because it's winter. So they sell again sweet potato and melons. And I went to this popular temple over here. Sorry, I'm just running. And there are a lot of people dressed up like geisha style. Although they are not Japanese, many are Asians from Indonesia or Korea or China even. So once again, I came back to the same shop to purchase more persimmons and some mandarins because I've never tried such creamy persimmons, really. And now we are ready with the fruit. At this moment, we are in the city of Kyoto. By the way, we went from Osaka to Kyoto. These mandarins were quite sweet. And I also bought some pineapple. This is the price in yen, Japanese yen. And that's gonna be pretty much it. We are going back. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I made it with a lot of love to you all. Big kisses, and let me know your comments below. I send you each and every one of you a big, very big hug. I miss you all very much, and see you on my next video. From China with love. Bye bye.